check me out.
Everything changed but the motivation. City to city, the same song who on the station. Controlling the interest. Look how these kids dress. You cashing them.
What's up?
The music.
Oh man, ew, boo. Man,
You know it.
I have to have them niggas on here one day. Y'all hear them all the time. They just ain't on here. Yeah, I hear them all the time. What's up, man? Welcome to the party, man. All Purpose Podcast. You know what I'm saying?
What's goody?
We sticking and moving tonight. We sticking and moving tonight, man. You know what time it is, man. Seven Da Pantha, aka the Carolina Hurricane, ridiculous slang, aka your baby mama's favorite rapper, aka Pot Strickland. If you getting the point, you feel me? You know I got the brothers with me. Oh, and up above Phantom's head. I don't know if y'all see the new All Purpose Podcast logo.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I figured Pantha Politix should have their own logo. You know what I'm saying? But we need to have our own too, because it's a whole different ball game over here. A whole different ball game.
No pun
I didn't even
intended.
mean to do that.
No pun intended.
Word up. Phantom, how you been, man? How you living?
Yeah, we getting it, dog.
You know it. You know it.
It's recorded, so we can say what the. Never mind.
Yes. You can say what the fuck we want. You damn right. That's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of it.
I think I'm gonna stick with my new subtitle,
my brother.
Hey man, everything is all good, man. Life is good.
I like that.
Raining cats and dogs here, man. What's your new tag, Alex? What you say? What you say?
It's raining cats and dogs there. This sunbeams.
I think I'm gonna stick with my new tag at the bottom now. I think I'm gonna use them. See how long that will last.
The cook.
The cook. Hey. I like it. I like it.
We gonna see how that rolls. I know you got storms, brother. I know you got storms there on your side because they damn tore our ass up.
Oh, it's going crazy. It's going crazy out this way right now, bro. The lightning is shut.
He ain't bullshitting.
There we go. Uh-oh. I don't know what happened. Everything got switched around. It's all good. I don't even care. Shit.
I'm gonna tell you right now, the power go out. Now I'm gonna be. If the power go out, goddamn it, I'm doing this shit in the dark. So
same. It's storming.
It
like
is what
that
it
here.
is, man. Well, shit. Since I know it's storming like that, we get ready to beat it.
Oh no, it's all good. I don't care.
That's all
I got
good.
time.
That's right. Yeah,
I got time tonight. Shit. When I tell you I got time, you know I got time.
I said we're supposed to get an inch of water in an hour. Yo, that's crazy, B.
You want to start with this motherfucker?
You already know, man.
Right. He gotta get right.
You already know, man.
I mean, I'm talking shit. I'm the one who put it up there.
Yeah, it's official. Aaron Rodgers has signed a 1-year deal with the Pittsburgh Steelers. A one-year deal with the Pittsburgh Steelers. That says a couple things to me. Hey, I don't think the Pittsburgh Steelers intend on winning the Super Bowl this year, for one. That's one of the things it says to me. But the other thing it says to me is they don't intend to win the Super Bowl, but they don't intend to have a losing record neither. That's what that says to me. And I think that if he plays this one season, because I think he may have made it clear that that's kind of where he at with it. He plays this one season and perhaps can be convinced to play one more, or even to be in the building for one more to maybe move along the next person, help move along the next person that they find for that position. I think they got their eyes on somebody next year already.
Oh, yeah.
I think they already have their eyes on somebody. You know what I'm saying? It's just a matter of we got to find a way to stay in our realm of competitiveness until we can get that person.
If Cleveland don't sign Shedeur Sanders long term, he gonna end up in Pittsburgh, man.
I can totally see that.
End up in Pittsburgh, man. It'd be a good look too. Be a good fit.
And not in the division.
No, it's division now. It's real football, baby. Now you throwing in there to the thick of it, baby.
Yeah.
No, not in the division. They ain't gonna trade him in the division. I don't think they traded him at all. But yeah, you ain't saying that, man. Not in the division.
Oh no. Well, what he doing over there? What he doing over there in practice? There's no way they get ready to let the Steelers get their hands on him. I thought about that. Yeah, you're right.
They just found out he a real quarterback. I don't know how they ain't know already, but
you got to remember though. Y'all got to remember though. They drafted old boy out of Ohio State. Not Sam Howell. Is it Sam Howell? It might be Sam Howell. I can't remember my boy's name. They drafted old boy out of Ohio State.
Oh, yeah. Pittsburgh did. Yeah.
Yes. So therefore,
maybe they want AR to be his
his groomer,
Yeah.
his Brett Favre. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Shit, I ain't too many better to stand behind for a second. Sam Darnold got a piece of it for a little bit. He had a breakout season right after that.
Yeah, it's more or less that because okay, well, Pittsburgh hasn't had Green Bay's level of success, but generally speaking, Pittsburgh generally, Big
It's
Ben came
successful.
in.
Yeah.
Big Ben came in. Who was the starting before Big Ben came in? Who was starting?
Oh shoot.
Who was the fucking starting
That's a
quarterback when
good
he got
question.
drafted?
Cordell Stewart.
Oh.
Who was that
I don't think it
quarterback?
was Cordell, dog.
Who was after Cordell?
I don't think it was Cordell.
Ben Roethlisberger replaced Tommy Maddox.
Okay. Yeah.
Tommy Maddox started the year
Cordell,
before him.
yeah, because Cordell and
Tommy
Neil
Maddox started the year before
O'Donnell,
him.
Cordell and Neil O'Donnell kind of crossed the same way. It was,
Mm-hmm.
and then they went to the Super Bowl with Neil O'Donnell.
Mm-hmm. Neil O'Donnell. Yeah, I remember that run.
I was on the
Neil O'Donnell, Mr. I'm gonna throw the ball with my eyes closed in the Super Bowl.
Them motherfuckers had a nice ass.
Hey, Larry
team,
Brown,
too.
you over? Here you go.
Yeah, here you go, bro. Here you go. Enjoy.
Oh, I'm
Enjoy
dead,
it,
yo. Who does Aaron Rodgers have to throw the ball to over there?
DK Metcalf.
DK Metcalf.
Fryer Move's still there.
Fryer Move at tight end, yeah, no doubt.
Fryer
Okay.
Move, DK. I can't remember the young buck.
That's the thing that worries me, because I've already seen what Aaron Rodgers looks like with a questionable receiving corps, and I didn't like what I saw. So that's the thing that bothers me. And plus, in every scenario where I've seen Aaron Rodgers excel, his number one receiver has been a number one receiver. Think about something. Jordy Nelson could run the whole route tree. There wasn't a route he couldn't run. Devontae Adams could run all of them too. Donald Driver could run them. Yeah. James Jones could run them.
Donald Driver, I forgot about Donald Driver.
Like you can name any number of Green Bay wide receivers. You know what I'm saying? Like that, and it's a different caliber of route running and excellence at that. Greg Jennings,
I forgot he had Donald Driver. Yo, I used to love playing with Green Bay on Madden.
Jermichael Finley before he got hurt.
They had Jermichael Finley too. Gosh, yo, they did have them boys.
But he was a mean ass tight end for a while. He was that little short stint.
Randall Cobb out there. Yeah, they done had some dudes.
Yes.
Yeah, Randall Cobb out there.
Randall Cobb was my guy too, man.
But
so I'm saying
we got to remember something though. What does Pittsburgh do better? What does Pittsburgh do just as well as Dallas does? They draft receivers and they draft well. That's one thing Pittsburgh does.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. They're gonna get somebody. They'll have somebody to catch the ball. And the good thing about Aaron Rodgers is that the motherfucker accurate. If he ain't nothing else, he accurate. He gonna put the ball on you. All you got to do is catch it.
Now here's the thing. They tried to address this already. They recently had a meeting with Gabe Davis. They recently had a meeting with Gabe Davis. And of course, they're bringing him in to be the number 2 guy, or maybe even the number 3 guy if they feel like the young buck can hold down, the outside. They can put Gabe in the slot. Maybe that takes some of the pressure off him. The problem for me in all of that is Jacksonville just signed him a year ago, 3 years, $39 million. And he returned that with 20 catches for 239 yards and 2 touchdowns. And now, mind you, he had Trevor Lawrence throwing him the ball, which is problematic in itself. But when he didn't have Trevor Lawrence throwing him the ball, he had Mac Jones throwing him the ball, which ain't a whole lot better. So I don't necessarily know that we got an accurate assessment of who Gabe Davis is away from Josh Allen.
I got you.
But I do know that Pittsburgh could have used him. He went in, sat with him, and left without signing anything. So, we'll see how that goes. But I'm very interested in seeing what they do in regards to building up that receiving core and the rest of that offense to make sure that Aaron Rodgers has something at least close to what he's accustomed to work with in that regard. Ooh, that's heavy. That's heavy. I gotta ask you, Phantom. when you said
What up?
something about I want you got to pull my coattail on this one about Prime talking about his son being unprepared. Is he talking about Shiloh perhaps, or was he talking about Shador?
This is about Shador.
Okay.
He spoke about it. Primes kind of spoke about it. I can't remember where he spoke about it, but he was addressing the draft. Take Aaron Rodgers' picture off the damn screen.
Yeah, I'm about to get him out of there. Go ahead. Yeah, I'm about to get him out of there.
But he spoke about it, saying, the rumors of the Giants, him being unprepared, the possible headphones, bravado. And it's, a lot of the stories that's been coming out like recently have been kind of correcting themselves about Shador and what kind of transpired. They're never going to tell you the truth because
Exactly.
if you just didn't have him high on your draft board, just say you didn't have him high on your draft board or you weren't going to draft. I mean,
You ain't got to
it's
make
just
shit up.
easy. You ain't got to throw dirt on the man name for that. But he was saying some of that. Prime had said some of that. Some of that shit hurt. And then it was like, yeah, my son's not prepared. Like, it doesn't even sound right, to be honest with you, because, like, you're Deion Sanders' son. The one thing you better know, you better be, is prepared. And let's take the prime time out of this equation for a second. Yeah, he must be the money and all that shit, but he's still an old school coach. He's still an old school player.
Yes.
I think what homie means kind of is that even at our age, we cut kind of different from the kids that are Shador's age. So Prime is cut different than we are. So, like we look back at them old videos and photos and the footage of the cats that were 20, 21, 22, 23 years old. When we look back at some of that footage, and them boys look like they're 35 back then because they cut a little bit different. So he was a little bit more grown and ready for it and prepared for it when Prime came to the NFL when they was on him. Shador came up, his daddy's a millionaire, his daddy's Prime. So how much adversity have you really faced? How many times have you really had someone tell you no? Your dad's Prime, son. So now, hey, the gloves is off. They hate me, so they double hate you.
Yeah.
I don't think that he was.
You grown now.
You're right. You grown. I can't, kind of like what Stephen A was saying about Bronny. Hey, I feel you, Bron. You a daddy, whole nine, whatever. Woo. That's a grown man I'm talking to right now. This is a professional athlete. So,
Thanks.
I don't think it's, kind of like the coaches say, I want the dogs. They say they want the kids to come from the single mamas and, they got a little bit of dirt, a little bit of scruff, some strife on them. They want that.
Yeah.
I saw a video of Shador today talking to Joe Flacco about hitting them folks. They standing there running plays in practice, and Shador is hitting them folks behind Joe Flacco while he's preparing for the play that he's about to run. And he asked Joe Flacco, "Hey man, you ever hit them? You ever hit them folks?" And he was like, "No, I've never done anything like that. I don't dance publicly, definitely not." And it just shows that he's a boy. You know what I'm saying? Like he's still a boy. He's still a kid. Despite the $5 million on his neck or the Rolly or the Prime or whoever, whatever, man, he's still a boy. And it's a lot. I can't imagine how being under that level of scrutiny, bro, how stressful that shit is, man. No matter how much money I got, money don't make it go away. I can't imagine that attention, man, that spotlight. That's crazy. Ain't got to perform. You got to go out there and perform.
You better.
Well,
you better.
There's a little pushback on that from me, Ev, on this one. I think we touched this before. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I mentioned it, but there was something about this is how they kind of phrased it. It was when it comes to the NFL, the dogs in the NFL are like, do they come from the hood? Or do we look at the ones like the white ones, like the Mannings, like the ones who come from something, who have the means, that don't have to come from that shit, that still do their thing?
I think it's different for them because to them it's more of a pedigree thing. It's the opposite. So, when you get the dogs that's coming from the inner city, they have no pedigree. They're the first person that's establishing whatever they doing, probably the first person to go to college, first person to make over $100,000 a year, first in their family. When you're looking at an Eli, hell, the best football player in your family, it not even arguably was Cooper, who didn't get to play in the NFL. Peyton is there. Eli's there. Your daddy was an NFL quarterback. It's kind of like, you living up to the legacy. So I'm just assuming my rightful place. And okay, I'll give you an example. Johnny Manziel. Johnny Manziel come from money, but he don't come from a football pedigree. So when it came to being serious about some football, Johnny like, hey, dude, I grew up 100 million up, bruh. Like, I don't care about this contract, rookie contract. I don't care if you sign me again. I made it to the NFL. Appreciate it. So I think it's a difference between these dudes, and not unfortunately, but Shador comes from a good pedigree. His daddy is prime, so I can't be no slouch. That's why we never saw Marcus Jordan or any of the other Jordans in the league, because your daddy is Mike, son. Come on now.
Which is Johnny Manziel. I'm glad you brought that up because that's a funny ass one example to bring up. Because with Johnny Manziel, Johnny Manziel reminds us of us on a lower level when we was working, and but we doing our shit out in the streets and shit, and we just like, you know what, shit, I work better this way. Goddamn, I got a little juiced up, a little bit goddamn buzzed up, shit. I'm goddamn about to damn. I'm finna knock this whole motherfucking shift out, come back again, and get it again.
About to go get it popping,
right?
You about to get it again.
I don't need nobody else back here with me. Throw the orders back here. I'm oiled up.
Throw them shits back there.
Right.
Shit, we gonna goddamn knock this bitch out.
When I seen Johnny Manziel on the Netflix special talking about, man, these motherfuckers was talking about practice. Hey, you know what? I'm gonna go to this party. We got practice at 9. I'll be back on campus by 8. Don't worry, I'll be here. You know what I'm saying?
Crazy,
like,
dog.
I was like, yo, dog, listen, I played college football, and it wasn't even D1 college football. And I'm gonna tell you something good. I like to do me. You know what I'm saying? I like to smoke my trees. I like to drink my drink. When I got out there and realized it was real, it was like, oh, this can wait. This can wait. I'm cool. I don't know, man. Like I certainly hope that at the end of all of this, Shador Sanders is able to be judged by how he plays the game.
There you go.
Not how his dad played it, not how his brother plays it, but just how he plays. Now the thing that's gonna fuck with them both is they came in the same year. Shador, right. They both the son of what some consider the greatest corner to ever play, and one was a 5th round pick and one was an undrafted free agent. Now that takes a little bit of the pressure off of them, honestly. If you think about it, takes a little bit of pressure off of them, honestly, because it's like, oh,
no, it don't.
Well, I mean, we know who your dad is, but I mean, I guess you okay.
No, it don't.
So, Pete, what I'm saying, Pete, why I say that, Pete, what I'm saying, just let me land. I got you. Here's why.
What?
Boom. Hey, look what happened. Shador gets drafted in the 5th round. They draft another quarterback before him. They already got Joe Flacco there. Obviously, Deshaun Watson's there. All of this other stuff is going on. You know what Shador Sanders did? He walked in the door and said, guess what? None of that shit matters. Watch what I do. It don't matter what he say. It don't matter who they drafted. It don't matter who my daddy. None of that shit matters. Watch this. So now what you're seeing is a 5th round. At this juncture, you know what everybody else sees? A 5th round quarterback. Mm-hmm. That's how they talk about him. I read all that shit I scroll past on Facebook. I see what y'all saying. He's a 5th round quarterback. But y'all forgot he Deion Sanders' son. Look what he doing. I'm willing to bet you money before game 7 of the 2025 season, Shiloh Sanders is going to be starting for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. You know why? Because nobody's going to see it coming. You know why? Because he was an undrafted free agent. And you see 1 or 2 headlines about Shiloh here and there. Everything else about Shador. one or two about Shiloh here and there. Watch what he do. Watch what he do.
One more
Mark my
thing
words.
that stands
Remember
out in this whole
Remember I said
situation,
it.
yo, is that you have other famous sports families whose genetics and uh, lineage is revered. We'll just use the Manning family. Okay, before you even saw Eli Manning throw a football in the NFL, he was telling people where he wasn't going. Daddy telling people where he's not going. It's almost a foregone conclusion that Eli Manning is going to be just like his daddy. He's going to produce. He's going to be great on the next level. He was in college and they were saying that, and it wasn't like he was winning national championships. Decent, serviceable quarterback. Not as good as his brother. Peyton's better, definitely. But they were talking about Eli, high draft pick, like he was the man. He went to New York. So I don't know why that was so revered, but you are totally discrediting the fact that not only was Deion Sanders arguably, one of the best corners just in football, you talking about one of the best athletes in the last 100 years of living was Deion Sanders. So you don't think his children got a little bit of that? You don't think his children saw that? Their mama was an athlete and she's fit. Like you don't see that? But why wouldn't you look at that the same way as you would look at the other families? I don't know, bro. I think that's what made it weird for everybody. Like, that's Deion Sanders' son, right?
How tall is Shedeur Sanders?
Taller than his daddy.
How tall is Shedeur Sanders?
2'6".
He doesn't seem like a very tall dude.
6'3".
He doesn't
He's
look like a very
6'3".
tall guy. Okay.
6'2", like 6'2".
He doesn't look like a very tall
Yeah,
guy.
they say he's 6'3", but you can take an inch or two
So
off
me and him
that.
about the same height. Okay. Me and him
But
about the
see,
same
here's
height.
the thing, though. Y'all both are right in this way, but the bigger point is this. This is no longer nothing. None of this is going to be a shock.
No.
Because we've seen it for the 100 and what we in the NFL now? 100 and shit, I can't remember. 100 and whatever over 100 years of the draft. It's been getting wrong a whole lot.
Mm-hmm.
So none of this is a shock. Undrafted 5th round. Who gives a rat's ass? Tom Brady 7th round. Shannon Sharp 7th round. How many drafts do we go look at and be like, damn, they found him?
That's crazy.
They passed on him? So that is just going to write itself out. That's going to write itself out. Whether, now, does he have the longevity? Does any of them have the longevity? At this point in time, here's the thing I'm thinking about in this. None of the NFL players between our age and younger than us really have longevity anymore because the money's greater and they understand they ain't trying to put their body through this shit no more to stick around for that shit.
That part right there. Right there.
So
absolutely.
You have to judge them on, you're going to just have to judge them on the sample size of what you get and how it goes.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel that.
It's basically since 2010, 2011 draft.
In the NFL, I agree. Absolutely.
I agree. I totally agree.
You notice it going NBA players trying to play as long as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to get the money. Get the I'm gonna do enough. I'm trying to do enough for you to remember and for me to get the bag. And I'm out of here. Because I'm not getting ready to be out here acting like fucking I'm not getting ready to be Junior Seau out here. And that's no diss to Junior Seau, which I know how that went. You know what I'm saying?
NBA players
and it ain't like you
trying
can predict
to get
whether or not you're gonna fall into that bag.
No. NBA players trying to get 3 contracts in their professional career. They trying to get 3 contracts now. And they're trying to hit max by the time they get to that second one, hopefully on a winning team. In the NFL, they're playing out their rookie contract, and then they're trying to hit big, like we saw Sweat leave Philly and go somewhere else and take the bag. They're trying to get that bag, that second contract, and they may or may not play anymore after that. We seeing a lot of that. The dudes are just like, hey, like Phantom said, I ain't coming out here getting beat up, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm good.
But that's also, but that's also though, NFL teams are also doing this also. Well, I say they're kind of going towards the NBA a little bit. When you get a Sweat, you get a excuse me, you get a Sweat, you get a Saquon,
Yeah, yeah,
you get
yeah.
players on move. Like the trade deadline for the NFL was never like this.
Oh
NBA
no.
trade deadline was always the most lit. NFL is like with the contracts being what they are, how we can offload money and everything the way they can do it
Yeah,
now.
yeah,
You get a Saquon Barkley saying, "Shit, I might retire out of damn nowhere."
yeah. For
Yeah,
You get
real.
him saying,
I
"I
saw
got
that.
a
I was
chip
like,
now."
damn.
You get shit like
And those second contracts be so big, and the money, the guaranteed money is so big now. So hey, you sign me for 100 mil and you guarantee me 80, man. This might be my last contract if I got to go out here and get banged on for 17 games. Manage my money correctly, step off, and do something else. So I think the
Facts.
the players have gotten a lot smarter, man.
That's
Like a
real
lot
shit.
smarter. Yeah.
it's like Bateman. Bateman, you see Rashad Bateman's contract with
What?
Baltimore.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
hmm
see how that looks. It's not even a big money contract. It's like what shit, like 20 something million
20. Yeah.
guaranteed, or
hmm
32 million or some shit like that.
32 mil all together, 20 mil. I think it's like 20
Yeah,
mil. Yeah, a little over 20 mil in
you
his
see that
pocket.
shit like that. Like
Yeah.
he getting that money, but we don't think Bateman is a number one bully.
Money out there, man. There's money out there. Just say, hey,
Mhm.
NFL getting that paper right now, man. They got it to burn.
You know, I wish when I see Rashad Bateman get a check like that, get a bag like that, it make me wish that I was a little younger and I just said fucking and stuck with it.
hmm hmm
Because if you can be what would probably be a third level slot guy probably on most other teams. Yeah, and just that's just being honest. I mean, I don't think he's a bad player. He's just not, you know. But yeah, I can dig it.
Sometimes you pay brains. Sometimes they may not be physically gifted, but sometimes you pay a good locker room presence, a good example, and somebody who has other intangibles. If he's good for the team, he's good for the team.
And he's kind of a perfect fit for them, really. Like,
Yeah, he fit
Yeah,
in well. Yeah, he fits in well.
yeah, he's not a
dog.
superstar,
You
but he's a
don't,
perfect fit for them. He's a
dog.
good
Look
blocker.
here.
I like to run the ball. That
hmm
helps. That helps. You know what I'm saying?
You
Definitely.
don't need to. We can't
Yeah, I'll
have
go
the
ahead and
benefit
say it.
behind.
A couple of
We
these
can't.
topics we're gonna have to run them
Oh,
one day. Wait.
That thunder
Oh no,
out
go ahead, go
there
ahead.
is thumping, yo.
no,
That thunder thumping.
no, I'm saying we ain't got the
Yeah,
benefit
I
of.
hear that shit. Good
It's
googly.
shaking my crib, yo. It's rolling like that rolling thunder that lasts for like 10 to 15 seconds, yo. That's crazy, B.
Oh, it's coming. It came from y'all. It came from us to y'all.
It was doing the same thing, like 10-second
It came
thunder.
from.
That's crazy,
Yeah, it
dog. It
came
sounds
from
like
us to
somebody
y'all.
taking a bowling ball and throwing it across the floor, yo. That sounds crazy.
Because we ain't got shit going
That's
on
wild.
over here.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's
But no,
nuts.
it's like
And
dog.
like
We
it's
ain't got the
sunshine
benefit of
outside.
hindsight. But bruh, we sitting here all above at 40 or above 40. Motherfucker, we all know goddamn well we ain't trying to grow up with these motherfuckers and deal with this shit, even though the money and all the bullshit and everything they getting at. Man, motherfucker, we trying to deal with this shit.
Mm-mm. Nah, give me my paper. Let me get
Mm-hmm.
me 5 to 7,
Yeah,
five to
I'm with
eight good years in. They don't even be doing a decade. Some of them don't even do a decade no more, yo. They get to like 8, 9 years and it's deuces.
shit, if that.
If that, yeah,
If
if
that.
that. Hell, I
Oh
don't want no
man.
CT. He's scary as hell,
I do
man.
wanna make sure I get this in before we the I just want to say first before I even slide to something else. NFL dudes, get your money, be smart, take care of your bodies, take care of each other. It is really it's imperative that y'all remember y'all are playing a game. Remember that.
It's a game,
It's
dog.
and if you playing a game, that means you're not that if you playing the game, chances are you didn't make it, so you don't own it. Be mindful of what you do in in the name of that game. And I'll just say that because it is very football is a very physically taxing
Ooh
um
wee.
experience. I do want to show some love to the ladies. The WNBA got the Commissioner's Cup running right now. I just want to take a quick look at the power rankings in the dub at the moment. Uh, some interesting things going on. Some interesting things going on. So right now, as things stand, um, it's a little shaky for some. It's a little shaky for some. The New York Liberty look really good. Minnesota looks really good. Phoenix, I mean Vegas is gonna do Vegas things. It is what it is. But I'm actually kind of impressed with the Seattle Storm. I know that Skylar Diggins, since she kicked homeboy to the curb and was like, "Yo, fuck that." She playing like a woman. She playing like a woman possessed right now. She's trying to get it. She's trying to prove that she belongs in the best point guard in the WNBA conversation, and I am here for it. Trust me when I tell you. We cannot dismiss the fact that the Indiana Fever are right, at that second tier of teams. And that's with they've been on a little bit of a slide since Caitlin and a few other people have been out. We just talked about them having to do an emergency signing on Monday. So the Chicago Sky finally got a couple wins under their belt. Salute to them. The Sparks doing their thing. Like the ladies getting busy right now. I had a whole nother thing I was going to get into about the leading scorers and all of that, but we can talk about that shit Monday. You know what I'm saying? Because some things might change between now and then, especially with the Commissioner's Cup going on. Now, I do want to salute the Atlanta Dream because the Commissioner's Cup is the actual thing is going to be taking place in Atlanta. And every time they win, a certain amount of money gets donated to Black women's. I can't remember. I feel really bad that I can't remember off the top of my head, but it's some dope shit for real. Salute to them. I'm actually enjoying everything I'm seeing right now. Like I watched a few games already this season. I like what I'm seeing. Nafisa Kalia is out of her mind. Like what the? I don't understand what's happening. I'm like, yo, she's out of her mind right now. She was like, yo, I heard all that talk about who the best player. Let me put my hat in. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, yeah, do that, please, by all means.
Bro, that's a few doing it, dog.
Oh yeah, doing it.
Kelsey Plum proving she's the number one. Stewie doing her shit right now. Asia just
Yes.
being Asia. I don't give a fuck. Just Asia just being Asia.
Yeah.
Sabrina Nesco, she got down. Sabrina Nesco got down. Damn, that shit just checked my mind. Shit, she got that. Yeah, she got down. I got my days. Too many of my days are moving together. Oh man, and what's that? Well, damn, I hate to say it sound this way, but it's a African sounding name, young lady, whose name just fucks me up, and I can't remember who she plays for.
Shit, there's a few of them. You talking about Enrique? I can't believe her numbers down a little bit this year, actually.
No, not
Enrique
Enrique. It's I
Yeah,
forgot
her
who
numbers
she
down a little
plays
bit this
for.
year, actually.
No,
Her
not
numbers
Enrique.
down a little bit this
I would
year.
hear if I heard her name, I would know it. But I'm just like, damn, all this shit's kind of moving together with me right now. And I'm like, damn, I know. I saw this shit, but I couldn't remember her name. But yeah, they getting down. I try to peek in as much
You
as
know
I
what?
can.
It might be an easy fix for that. So we got, man, this is crazy, yo.
Salute to
Oh, I
Candace
can't.
Parker in the
How I
book.
forget about Brittany Sykes? That's crazy.
Salute to Candace Parker in the book.
Yes, Candace Parker. Goodness gracious,
In the
man.
book.
I love
Salute
her.
her in the book.
Hell yeah, that's real shit,
You,
man. Y'all
you leave
already
that
know,
alone.
man.
You leave that
When
alone.
I didn't do nothing, man.
You
I
leave
was
that
just
alone.
here, man.
I'm just saying, you leave Candace Parker alone now. I told you this shit for years. Leave
I
that one
was
alone
just
now.
here, man. I was just chilling, man. That shit crazy as hell. Nah, but really though, I'm thinking about something right now. I thought did I download that shit? I think I did. If I didn't, I'm gonna go get it right now. But yeah, it's we got it. We got to talk about this. And I mean, I know I got to bust a move in a little bit, but I got a few. We can do this. We can do this. I think. I gotta say something about this because I'm a bit disturbed. First of all, before we do that, salute to all the ladies of the dub. Looking forward to how this Commissioner's Cup shake up. We're gonna give y'all some more in-depth coverage coming up here real soon. So let's get this finals out of the way, and we it's up. You know what I'm saying? Um, Also,
Alley.
salute to the Yankees. Salute to the Yankees. Salute to the Nets. I mean the Mets. Yeah, New York getting busy right now on the baseball field. That's real. Some real shit going on. We're gonna get to them too. Promise y'all that. We're gonna get to them too. Um, Look, man. Before we even do that, Tom Thibodeau got fired, man.
Driving in my mans.
He got fucking canned, and I'm not happy about it.
Nah,
I'm not happy about it at all. I don't think
nah.
none of it makes sense. I don't think it makes sense at all. Not even a little bit. I mean, oh man,
I
like
had
I know.
a theory. I have
Okay.
a theory about it. I have a theory about it. Um, as much as I don't want to think that there's collusion and I think the Chris Paul thing showed us that there's collusion in the league. Um, I think that it's a setup for. I've been reading a lot on the web since we lost that Carl Anthony Towns could be dealt from the team. That they were trying to get Giannis Antetokounmpo to the team. Um, that they feel as if they're in position to win an actual championship and they aren't averse to making a move to actually do it. I don't think that a superstar would want to come be running to the ground with Tibbs, unfortunately. And I don't mind Tibbs. I'm sure the players got their own feeling about it, not going deep into the bench. I think this playoff showed Tibbs that he can play more players and it works, in his system. I think they're actually trying to flip things around so that they'll be really attractive to whatever they're trying to do for this next run next season. I'm not I would not be surprised if Carl Anthony Towns ain't there next year. I wouldn't be surprised. Uh, he's a big bargaining piece. He showed himself to be a really good NBA player. Um, but I think that getting Giannis and letting Towns go and figuring out how to get a true five in New York um, would pay more dividends than having Cat on the squad and being such a defensive liability. So if the rumblings are true,
Whew.
they talking about getting rid of Mitchell Robinson and getting rid of Cat, sticking Mitchell to the deal and a little bit of
Hey,
money to get Giannis
uh,
into New York. So I've read it 3 times so far, since then. So
I
who
would not
knows, man?
be surprised.
The team is there, but you could tell that they were
Yeah.
tired. You could tell Jalen Brunson
Oh,
was tired. You could tell Cat was tired. Like the team is there.
oh
Um,
yeah.
he just didn't spend enough time before the playoffs came, going down into that, getting them boys ready to play some ball. They came in and did what they could do, but nah, them other teams were just too powerful this year for that.
Well, I know that there's been a lot of talk. A lot of people got opinions. A lot of people got opinions. As a matter of fact, before I do this, Phantom, what you think about Tibbs
Mm-mm.
trade?
Mm-mm.
I
Mm-mm.
knew
Go
he
ahead.
wasn't gonna like it. I knew he wasn't gonna like it.
Hmm.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Go
Nope.
ahead.
Nope.
Nah,
Go.
Go
you gotta
ahead.
You go
say it.
ahead.
Nope. Not gonna do
You
it.
gotta say
Cause
it.
it ain't nothing I'm about to say. It's something I got to do. So it's on you, brother. I already
Yeah,
said what I needed to say when I
yeah, it's
opened the segment.
bullshit. Yeah, it's bullshit. We all know
I
that.
think this is some bullshit.
We know that.
All right. All right. Look here. This is how I'm gonna take this.
Oh shit.
Was Tibbs supposed to be on the hot seat going next year? Yes, he was. Did he deserve to go in next year on the hot seat? Yes, he did. But if y'all remember when I put on the dock, right? I said, did the players switch it up on him? Now, I can only go by so much because we ain't got inside information. We don't have it. But remember when we talked about the Eastern Conference Finals and we were talking about Karl Anthony Towns being on the bench. And
Mm-hmm.
in the following game, he has that fourth quarter that they win. And I say some shit wasn't right. And we've been saying this all year. Tibbs gonna Tibbs.
You did. You kept saying the same thing.
Tibbs is gonna Tibbs. So to your point, Elf, you got Giannis floating and you got KD floating
KD
to
floating.
that way. Floating that way.
Mm-hmm. Who would you rather have? Who would you rather have of the two? Who would you rather have?
Of the two?
Mm-hmm.
Shit. Now that's gonna depend on the coach. And here's
Oh,
why.
yep. That's why I asked you that question to see if you was thinking like I was thinking. Yep.
That's gonna depend on the coach. Because
Mm-hmm.
if this is Tom Thibodeau, Giannis.
Yeah. For sure.
If this is Tibbs, it's Giannis.
Yep.
If this is not Tibbs, shit. You almost have to say, you almost still have to say Giannis for this reason.
Mm-hmm.
KD is older, Giannis is younger.
Yeah.
But still, Giannis gives you everything, almost everything Karl Anthony Towns don't, except the consistent 3-point shooting.
Consistent, yep.
Everything else.
Whole bag. Yep.
And then some.
And then some.
And then some. And Tibbs can work with that shit. It's just like, yo, he gonna walk the Tibbs and be like, yo.
And he got enough stamina to play every minute of the game. Every minute of the game.
So it's not Tibbs. So if it's not Tibbs, then okay, we'll hypothetical this right now.
Who would you say?
They're looking at Jason Kidd. They're looking at Jason Kidd.
They threw.
That's who I want. I want J Kidd. Yeah, I want J Kidd too.
He ain't leaving that. I'm sorry, he ain't leaving that.
You don't think he's leaving? You don't think he's leaving?
He's sitting on something. I don't know. I mean, I'm just saying he's sitting on something right now.
He probably about 3 years away. He probably about 3 years away.
No, he's not, dog. He's actually.
You think he's closer than that?
Hell yeah, because the West is hard, but shit, he got everything he needs right now. It's just health.
Yeah.
Kyrie don't have an Achilles. He got an ACL. ACL ain't shit.
Yeah, you can come back from that pretty quick.
Kyrie can maneuver from that. So if you're saying, okay, well, they're throwing Mike Malone's name out there. That's the name somebody threw out there, like Mike Malone.
Good coach.
Okay.
Good coach.
Who fits Mike Malone?
KD.
Giannis.
Can you say Giannis and Mike Malone offense?
Yeah, Giannis fits Mike Malone. You know why Giannis fits Mike Malone? Because of Joker. Giannis is low maintenance, just like Joker. He's not as low maintenance as Joker, but he works hard enough to where he can figure. Like he's had enough coaches where you do it. If you say KD, it's like KD.
I was only thinking from the angle that Giannis, like you said, Giannis' bag is so different. He a 7-foot ball handler. Like you could put him at point forward on your squad. Like it's the upside to Giannis is just crazy. KD, we know that's walking 30 points. You lose some points on your team. You want to add 30 points right quick. That's the one right there.
But you ain't putting Giannis on the line.
No, sir.
His 3-point shooting is not consistent, and he just goes there. He gets downhill. He's in the paint. He's mid-range. He's that.
How many years is Giannis in the league right now? Is he 7?
Giannis says year.
Is this year 7 for him?
No, Giannis is close to year 9, year 10.
He closer to a decade?
Yeah, 9 or 10. Yeah, he up there.
Giannis close to 10.
You think Giannis could? You think at this juncture of his career he could develop a 3-pointer?
I mean, he's been trying it. I mean, he's definitely been trying it, but he still's not consistent enough of it. It's not like
I'm trying to think of what his game is going to look like. As he slowed. We saw Bron start shooting the hell out of 3-pointers. At some point. and stop going downhill as consistent as he was. I'm just wondering what the next iteration of Giannis is. We know what KD is. He'll walk in bucket any way you want the
KD
bucket.
doesn't.
He'll bucket.
KD doesn't change. He
He
doesn't
don't
change.
change.
He don't have to.
Nope.
He's too
Nah.
fundamentally sound to where the point KD could literally still do what he does because you ain't gonna block the shit. And if he can't got the lift, he can figure out a way to get to where he's going.
He can play till he's 45 with his
Giannis
height and
is
his
the
skill
more,
set.
to your point, Giannis is the more, what does the athleticism without it look like?
What it look like? Yeah, see that. All right. So you thinking like I'm like what? Okay, 4 years from now, 3 years from now, what does Giannis look like?
Therein lies the question. But
Giannis is going into year 13.
Are you serious?
Okay. Yeah, I'm about to say he over
Giannis
10,
is going into year 13. He was drafted in 2013.
Yo, it don't seem like he's been in the league that long, bro. And that's because of where he played. That's because of him being in Milwaukee.
No, it's because
I remember
when
now.
He was drafted.
I used to play with him on NBA Live when he was a rookie.
Who came in Giannis' class? Who came in with Giannis?
You got to look. Sev looked that one up.
2013.
But because Giannis
in the
was
2013 class.
Shit, let me see.
Giannis wasn't Giannis then.
Yeah, y'all.
Nah.
But here's his comp though. His comp is this. You say, how long can he play?
Yeah.
Here's his comp. LeBron. And the reason why I say LeBron is his comp is because his comp because taking care of your body and taking care of your physical body and being able to move like you move, that's his comp, more or less.
Yeah.
I mean, not style of player per se. It's just, shit. Take care of your body.
You take care of your body well enough.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's his comp.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Now that you put it like that, I can. Shit,
I'd like to
I'm
tell
probably
y'all,
with you, man.
Giannis was the number 15 pick in the 2013 draft. I want to tell you the 14 players drafted before him.
Thank you. Who read that list? Who came in with that man?
I'm starting with numero uno, Anthony Bennett.
What?
That's his draft.
They fucked that up from the
That's his draft.
What?
That was his draft.
Number 2.
Who's
Victor Oladipo. Victor Oladipo, number 2.
I remember that draft, bro. I remember that draft.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Number 3, Otto Porter Jr. Number 4, Cody Zeller. Number 5, Alex Lynn. Number 6, Nerlens Noel. Number 7, Ben McLemore. 8, KCP. 9, Trey Burke. 10, CJ McCollum. 11, Michael Carter Williams. 12, Steven Adams. 13, Kelly Olynyk. 14, Shabazz Muhammad. 15, Giannis Antetokounmpo. 2 spots later, Dennis Schroeder got taken.
Steven Adams and Giannis are the same age? Came in the same draft?
Wait a minute. Ain't that Dame draft,
Same draft.
Dame, yeah, because I thought Dame and CJ came in at the same time. Was Dame in 2013?
Hold on. I'm looking. Because Dame was a late pick, wasn't he?
That should be Dame's draft.
No, he didn't get picked in this draft.
Either he's before or after. That should be Dame's draft.
Because I remember seeing Victor Oladipo walk up on the stage in that draft.
He's right.
I remember seeing him hug the commissioner in that draft. Where is Victor Oladipo? Is he still hurt or did he quit?
Let me check.
He retired.
He retired?
No. I think he's trying to. No, wait.
He's somewhere.
I thought he was somewhere.
I think he's coaching
somewhere. Yeah, because I don't think he was able to come back. I think the injury was worse than he was with the Pacers last, right? Or was he?
Here we go.
He was there. He played for the Pacers. I know that.
Damian Lillard was the year before.
Okay, year before.
He was 2012.
I knew Dame got to be somewhere.
Because AD was number 1 that year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember that.
Dame was the number 6 pick in his draft.
Who was
this
1, 2, 3?
Crazy though. Like Anthony Davis, Michael Kidd-Gilchrist, and Bradley Beal. 1, 2, and 3.
Oh, that's straight.
Deion Waiters was 4. Yeah,
that's right.
Damon
Deion Waiters.
Harrison Barnes at 7.
Waiters was hell. Yeah, that's a good draft.
Russ at 8. Yeah, like it's decent, man. Jeremy Lamb at 12.
That's Cousins draft.
That's Boogie draft with Jeremy Lin.
No, that's not. No,
that's not Boogie draft.
No. Because Boogie went number 1, right?
Yeah, Boogie was number 1 pick.
Boogie went 2.
Who was number one pick in Boogie draft?
AD
Who
was
went?
number one in this draft. Yeah.
I thought
Who
Boogie
cooked,
was too.
who cooked Boogie that year? Because I thought Boogie was
Um,
number one in that draft.
No, I think Boogie's two. In Boogie's draft, I think he's two.
Who was better than Boogie that year in college? Because Boogie went off that year too.
Man, he got drafted in 2010.
Yeah, the year Boogie came out, he went crazy that year. He came out.
Nah, Boogie was number 5 in his draft.
Boogie wasn't. Yeah,
who's number one?
John Wall was number 1.
John Wall. Wow.
It was John Wall, Evan Turner, Derek Favors, Wesley Johnson, DeMarcus Cousins.
Another good
DeMarcus Cousins came out early.
Yeah.
Paul George was number 10 in that draft. Paul
PG?
George was the 10th pick in that draft. Yes. That's crazy.
That's a nice draft.
Yo,
too.
you know what I want to do? I want to take I want to do this at some point, and we probably should do it on a recorded episode just in case it run a little longer on the day we got time. But I want to take like a couple different drafts. Let's each pick a year of a draft that we feel like the draft was fucked up, that it was out of order, and then like let's take that draft. We give that draft to each other, and we reimagine the draft, like restructure the draft. How you think?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
NBA or NFL?
I think that'll be fun.
NBA or NFL.
NBA.
NBA.
NFL shit is too long. Yeah.
Let's do both.
If we do NFL, it's gotta be first round.
Yeah, first round. Yeah, first round.
Just first round.
We'll cap it at. Let's cap it at. Okay, let's cap the NFL at about 10-ish, 15, and let's cap both of them at a certain number, unless it's
top 15. I feel don't know.
Yeah, unless it's somebody that was like fucking transcended somewhere, and they were like, "How the fuck did he just fall?" type of shit.
Yeah.
Now I was about to say, if there's somebody who fell outside of that top 15 who ended up having a stellar career from that draft, you're able to put them in and bump somebody out.
Put them in.
So like,
okay.
you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah, that's only fair
sense.
that you do that because that's what I was about to say. So we do the top 15, but if it's a motherfucker for the NBA in the second round that was like, oh, he was in the second round, he went crazy. Like, yeah, get this bum out of here. Like Anthony Bennett is already y'all, if y'all don't remember, people, the Cavs got Andrew Wiggins and Anthony Bennett back-to-back #1 picks.
Oh, no. You skipping over. They got Kyrie Irving, Anthony Bennett.
Oh.
And goddamn, they got 3.
Yeah, they got 3 in a row. You're right.
3.
And only hit on one.
Crazy.
And only hit on one.
Yeah, I mean the second one.
3 of them from it.
They got. I'd say they hit on.
Wings,
I'd say they hit on 2. I'd say they hit on 2.
Wings,
Wiggins carved out a good little run for himself. Yeah.
Yeah, Wiggins got
the
fuck out of here, man.
Wiggins got the tip, and Wiggins found his niche for Golden State. And he found himself.
Found his game. He found his game.
He found
enough of his confidence too that I think he's gonna be okay in Miami. I think he found enough of his confidence that he's gonna be all right, man. I think he's gonna be all right.
I gotta bring this video for Monday. I know we slowing down, but I gotta bring this video for Monday. I saved it and I gotta go back and find it so y'all can see it too. Ben Simmons don't play no basketball when he playing in the NBA, right? He just do a little bit of defense, a little bit of something. I have a video that I'm gonna send to y'all of Ben Simmons playing in some league. He out there in Cali playing in some league. So it looked like a rec league. Like they all playing. He playing in sweats out here. It looked like normal people. Ben Simmons still got it. I don't know what he doing or what's going on to how he's performing when he in the NBA, but he was out there on the court with some hoopers, and homie was doing the everything that we remember Ben Simmons doing, dunking, shooting. He can still do it. I don't know what's going on, but I'm gonna show y'all this video. And y'all gonna bug out, bro, because he was doing it was Ben Simmons.
Yeah, no pressure out there. Ain't nobody.
Yeah, you can say that, but
you know what? I really wish that Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid had been able to actualize their shit.
They talent.
Oh yeah,
their hype. Their hype. I say they hype.
Yeah, that nigga is Omar from the Wire. That nigga Omar from the Wire. We got to get to it. Y'all know we got to get to it. At least a little something before we get out of here, man. At least a little something before we get out of here. Woo! The NBA Finals, man. The Indiana Pacers up 1-0 on on the Oklahoma City Thunder after being down 15 points.
Tyrese Halliburton
It was
is
not. Yeah.
he everything
And the
that
crazy, he
is
didn't have a
authorized
great
of.
game.
He don't have to.
Oh,
You don't have to. That's a star.
He
You
was
don't
great
have
when he
to.
needed to be.
When he
He was
need to
great when
be.
he needed to be. Yeah.
Yep, he great when it's winning. What they call it,
He
winning
was great when he
time.
needed to
They
be.
call it winning
He played
time.
some-
During winning time, he's clutch. Give the man the whatever that clutch gene is. He ain't afraid of it, and he hits. Yeah, that shot's still ugly, but as soon when he went up, bro, when he went right,
Oh yeah.
I was like, as soon as he put the ball in his right hand and started driving a little bit below the 3-point line, I was like, if they don't step up right now, this game is over. You can't give him that much space. No step up, no check. You ain't bumping. You let him dribble the ball to his spot, rise up and shoot. It's a wrap, bro. And I don't know what SGA threw up down on the other end. That was just nobody fouled him. I guess he was just surprised that he couldn't draw a foul and threw the ball at the rim and threw up a brick. You just basically handed the boy the game, man. You handed the boy the game.
That's just crazy, man.
You can't let light skin shoot at the end of the game, man. You know that boy was gonna hit that shot, man. Ryan Leslie, NBA Ryan Leslie. That's what he looked like to me, bro. He looked like NBA Ryan Leslie.
No doubt. No doubt. Man, Indiana played a hell of a game, man. Siakam again. And the thing about them is, and you'll notice a marked difference in what I'm about to say. But the Indiana Pacers, Siakam had 19, Turner had 15, Hallie had 14, Obi had 17 off the bench. But for OKC, SGA had 38 points. Jalen Williams had 17. Dort had 15. Chet had 6. You see the difference? 38.
You know what happened to Chet?
Down to
I watched
17,
him the whole
15,
game,
but
bro.
you got 19, 15, 14, 17. And that ain't, you know what I'm saying? They whole starting five was in double figures.
They bodied
They
Chet.
had like
they were
7 or 8 people on their team in double figures.
They're more physical. That's
this
it.
Nigga was
That's
2
all.
for 9.
Physicality, baby.
Dog. When Indiana, though,
physical, and
not even the physical,
like
because Indiana had the 20 turnovers in the first half, and they just cleaned that shit up, right? Let me first off start by saying this right here. Coach Carlisle.
Montebello.
Coach Carlisle, ever since that damn Detroit thing with Larry Brown, ever since that Dallas Mavericks, you beat the Heat, he's a fucking savant, dog.
Yeah.
He's a fucking savant because he can figure out shit that you just be like, what the fuck? And I don't know NBA coaching like that. But it's something that he does or something he says. I don't know what the fuck he does.
Even his inbound plays, bro. His inbound plays are perfect. Like 100%. Like they perfect. He gonna score. He great.
Yes.
Dog, ever since he lost his hair and went bald headed, he been a different motherfucker, I swear.
He the truth. He the truth, man. He the truth.
But bruh, I sat there and watched it. I was like, when they were down, I was like, damn, we're down. And then I watched the first quarter and I was like, shit, they're down by 10. And they're down by this. And they cut it back down to like 6 or 7. And I'm like, all right, shit. No, that damn game had me on the edge of my seat. When I got to the fourth quarter, y'all motherfuckers had me saying, when y'all got text message from me, I was up like, holy shit. All right, I'm about to let some sleep go on this one.
Well, it was 7 seconds in the fourth, bro. With Indiana with the ball, I already knew what was up. And they did it to us. I already knew what was up, bro. I already knew what was good.
Yes.
This is
in my mind.
The whole time that comeback was happening, I was like, I've seen this before.
I've seen it, dog. He's gonna hit the last shot, B, and he's gonna go right. He's gonna go right.
Shit.
He's gonna go right, and he's gonna pull up, and he's gonna hit the shot. And he did exactly that, yo. The boy is. I didn't watch him much during the regular season. Admittedly, I heard the name. I didn't watch him much, but I did watch him all through these playoffs. And yo, John Wick, SGA, whoever out there, whatever it is, stay in the gym because it's another
I
gun
need
out
that.
here.
I need to ask y'all a question there.
What's that?
With everything we've seen from the Oklahoma City Thunder, everything we've seen, and that walk down that they just did from 15 points down, SG had 38, right? Are we sure? This is only one game.
Mhm.
Are we sure the Thunder ready for this shit?
We already said that. We talked about that. What didn't we discuss that like maybe 4 or 5 shows ago? We said that.
I know we did, but
I'm gonna say this now, and I stand on this.
the Western Conference playoffs are
Saying
like,
this
okay,
now.
now it's like, okay, this is the real
It's the
shit.
real deal. Yeah, it's a real deal.
Are we
Okay,
sure?
first I
Like,
want to
I
say
was
that
on
the
table
Indiana
for
Pacers, were the last Eastern Conference team to beat the Oklahoma City Thunder. Period. And that was over a year
yeah.
ago. It was in last season, the previous season, the last time they lost to an Eastern Conference team. It was the team that just beat them. Even with that being said, with what I saw from them and what I saw from them in the Denver series, I stand on Oklahoma City Thunder in 6 games. I stand on it because I feel like they say, "Oh, wait, we forgot who the fuck we was for a minute. Hold on, did you see this shit? Turn it up." Because the last time when Jokic and them was trying to punch them in the face and make them quit, and they was like, "No, we're not gonna do that. Watch this."
I think the difference is that I don't think that Jokic and his team had what it takes to consistently punch OKC in the face for a whole game. And
Thank
the
you.
Pacers actually have what it takes to run with you, out physical you, rebound with you, shoot with you, switch pick and roll with you. Like they got the whole thing and they're young and their coach is good. So I don't think that
I
they
beg
had
to
an
differ.
opportunity to. I don't think they faced that yet. They faced great
I feel you,
players, but they didn't face
and I
a
agree with your point.
great
I agree with your point.
team.
Wholeheartedly agree with your point. Indiana could
Thank
have
you.
absolutely punched them consistently. Absolutely,
All
absolutely.
game.
The other side of that though is OKC has shown that if you punch, we can punch back. They weren't punching back. It's like they was like, "Oh shit, what's happening right now?"
They did punch back.
I guarantee you, you don't
Their
see this happen again. You won't
their
see that happen
puncher,
again.
their puncher punched. It's gonna happen again. SGA gonna go for plus 30 every game.
Oh yeah, no.
He
I'm talking
he
about
gonna he gonna
that up
score.
15 again, walk down shit. That's not getting ready to happen again. If they
It ain't
win,
they
they're
ain't
gonna have to
gonna
beat them. And it's
that's
gonna
not
be
gonna happen.
a
I
basketball
think
game.
the difference in this joint right now is that Chet made a big difference in the last series. Chet made a big difference in the
Massive.
last series. Massive difference in the last series.
Who was he going
Miles,
against?
exactly.
Gobert.
Exactly.
Yep.
He down there banging against Miles Turner. And
And
That's a
Siakam.
different ball game. That's a
young
different ball
Miles
game.
Turner, young bull down there. He down there. It ain't a
Dog.
game. It ain't a game
What did I
down there
say?
right
Hey,
now.
That Holmgren gonna be the X
Seb.
factor. I said that from the jump.
Hey,
Remember?
Yo.
hey, Seb. I agree he's gonna be the X factor, but Seb, remember this here. You just said, bruh, these motherfuckers ain't going nowhere. If you see, they're walking OKC down from 15 in game 1. All you got to do is one time.
Oh yeah,
All
I
you got
feel
to
you.
do is once. Because when we get to Indiana, we in Indiana. Now, OKC can walk them down. Well, can get them in Indiana. Sure, of course. It'll be a good competitive series, 6 games,
Yeah.
possible 7. Yeah, they can get
Yeah,
them.
for sure. Yeah, for
But
sure.
Indiana knows now. The worst thing you give a motherfucker is confidence to say, "Oh,
Confidence.
I can walk you down in your building
Without my star being on fire.
without scoring 30, 25, 27."
Yup. My star
And he
ain't
just
on
doing
fire.
rebounding. He rebounding. He just assists, 6 assists, 10 rebounds, 12 rebounds, and shit like that. He knows how to. This is the thing with Tyrese Halliburton that he's really showing. Outside of the clutch shit, dog, he just he has the patience to be like, I'm gonna give him a ultimate compliment, and I'm not saying he's that.
Let me see who you say, because there's somebody that I look at him like too.
he is playing the game like Magic. Well, I ain't got to go give you everything. I can just get what I need to get, and then when it's time, I can give you just enough to where I need to get there. He understands, like, dog, I'm not a basketball, bro. You know me, I'm a football, wrestling head, used to all that. But I watched that dude play this game, and I was like, this motherfucker is just, it don't look right. It looked Tebow-esque from a basketball perspective, but he knows. Just stay focused, stay balanced, let my team do what I'm going to do. Yeah, and then we'll just get there. If we clean up the 20 turnovers, and I'm cool, because, bro, he was doing it in the East Conference Finals where he was doing the triple-double with no turnovers.
No
So
turnovers.
he knows how to control the pace of the game to be like, oh, okay, cool. Just don't fuck this up.
I think the focus on game one was punching their paint players in the mouth, which is why we saw Chet have a lackluster game and SGA do what he do, score almost 40, whatever. They was going to let SGA score and not touch him. Don't foul him. I think that was because I saw them moving out the way, trying their best to let him go ahead and get the layup, whatever. Don't foul him and just beat up everybody down in the paint, and I think it worked. So it'll be interesting to see what OKC do about that.
And they were some like dominant on the boards. I mean,
Dominant,
between Hallie Siakam and fucking Turner, they had almost 30 rebounds between the three of them. So
dominant, dog.
Salute to Obi Toppin coming off the bench. He with
did
that
look
17.
Good.
He was 5'8" for three.
Obi looked good.
Yeah, Obi was looking good, man. Obi was looking good. It's good. Hey, man, Obi, I hate you had to lead the Apple to do it, my nigga. But hey, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, look
but
good.
To your point, Seb, to your point though, Chet is going to be the X factor, dog. Chet's going to have to have. He's going to have to be Porzingis.
Yes.
He's going to have to.
Yes.
He's going to have to be.
Right.
He got to do it. He got to do it. Got to do it.
He's going to have to find like Hartenstein in that first quarter. And how Hartenstein was like aggressive in that first half and was doing like Hartenstein is another one. Him just being him. He's going to have to be him. But I swear, boy, I saw that shit. I was like, oh, no. And then when that fourth, hey, I'm going to have to sacrifice a little bit of sleep for this shit. But good, thank God I'm off on Sunday, so I can watch Sunday and be like, all right, we'll come to the table. We'll come to the table on Monday.
Yeah, hell yeah. Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to that because I think it's gonna be a now the outcome of what happens on Sunday is gonna absolutely positively change the complexion of the conversation. And I will say this OKC has shown they can win on the road in the playoffs so far this season. So this run. So yeah, I'm not really tripping, and I do think they win the next game. I think they win the next game, and that makes them going into Indiana. I mean, I hear you. I know, but I'm saying they also until even last night they've had more turnovers than anybody. They just did. OKC didn't make them pay for it last night. They will. So Indiana got to find a way to clean that up. Now they turned the ball over 19 times in the first half. 19 times.
Biggest, even with the turnovers, I think like we were saying that Chet would be the X factor for OKC. Indiana's big two, Siakam and Halliburton, are a bigger 1-2 punch than any 1-2 punch you put together that's over there for OKC right now. Siakam is experienced. He's very good in the paint, and he is going to make it very difficult for OKC's paint players.
Who on OKC got two All NBA players over there, right?
Who's holding Siakam?
Jalen Williams.
Who gonna hold Siakam?
I was about to say Jalen Williams. Jalen Williams can't guard Siakam.
Somebody got to hold Siakam. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy for Siakam because I've always thought that he was a lunch pail type, just a great player. You know, he looks kind of herky jerky. He looked kind of herky jerky at times, but he finishes. If he gets anywhere near the basket, he finishes. He shoots a high percentage from the free throw line. Great player. He give a lot of effort.
Yeah. I don't think I've always thought he was a great player. I thought he would build around. I never thought he was a superstar.
Not a superstar.
But I've always thought you can put him on the team, and he has the confidence from the Raptors.
Yeah.
Oh.
From the Raptors.
Pedigree, baby. You can see it. Yeah, you can see it. He got confidence.
Well, I tell y'all what. we're gonna see what it is. Come Monday night, we're gonna see what it is. And to all of y'all that watched this one, I said it. I got OKC game 2. I'm calling it now.
Are we picking now, or we wait till game 2?
Let's wait till after game 2. We'll wait till after game 2. But I will tell you this. I will say this. And I'm standing on this regardless of the outcome of game 2. Barring SGA getting hurt or some shit like that, my pick don't change. So, yeah, that's what that is. So,
Fair enough.
Y'all know what it is, man. All Purpose Podcast. Make sure y'all stay on the lookout for the new logo. We get ready. Hey, man. Hey.
Please do.
We get into it, man. We get into it.
Hey. 2 things for my 2 compadres. What y'all weekend looking like? Y'all off? Y'all working?
I'm off, but
I still got engaged.
Yeah, no doubt.
Okay. Well, check your phones because Money in the Bank is Saturday. And we got a UFC. We got a UFC. O'Malley Dufasili. I can't.
That's this weekend?
Dufasili.
Yeah. And Dufasili and
that's gonna
Taylor
be
Harris and Juliana Pena fight tonight. So they fight not.
Oh, they fight tonight?
Saturday.
Oh, okay.
Saturday.
I was about to say.
Not tonight.
Okay, no.
I believe it is Saturday.
Yeah, hell yeah. Okay,
so we're gonna try to get to that. And I want us to touch a thing. I want you to put this in your memory bank. This is a big one.
Pause.
2 things. How do y'all feel about Tom Aspinall, John Jones? Because we haven't touched on it. We touched it a little bit, but
John
Jones.
Yeah.
Him and Aspinall.
Okay, we'll put yeah, that's gonna be we gotta make sure we hit that on
Monday. I'll come to the ring ready to fight Monday. I got you. Yeah.
Well, we ain't gotta touch the Aspinall Jones fight, but they saying it's coming, but we'll get to that. And Money in the Bank. And we need to get what's my dog name for the rest of the podcast? So I need to get him on.
So Money in the Bank is this weekend.
Money in the Bank Saturday, tomorrow.
All right. So okay then. Well, in that case, I might have Soul on Monday night. We'll see. Like, you know what I'm saying? We'll see. We get to the wrestling first, get it out the way, then we can do our thing. You know
Let's have a little bit of fun. Let's have a little bit of fun with this shit.
I'm with it. All the way live. Y'all already know what it is, man. Salute to Echo Limitless, Pretty King. Salute to my brothers over at Pantha Politix Podcast, Monster Alyssa, Mojo Bones, P7. Salute to my lady. Salute to all the brothers and sisters out there on lockdown. We see y'all. You know what I'm saying?
You ain't forgotten.
You ain't doing that time alone. You feel me? We got you. Always, ever. Free all political prisoners, man. I know this is a sports podcast, but we don't play that fuck shit. You understand what I'm saying? We standing on real shit over here. Always and forever. All Purpose Podcast on behalf of Phantom and Evan All Mightee. I am Seven Da Pantha. Man, I done said enough about the
play the music.
Play the music.
Everything changed but the motivation. City to city, the same song on the station. Controlling the interest,